Ye- Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, the Right Hand of Doom, and joining me today is our resident crow kicker, Wandering Scarecrow, who will be playing the role of Mort tonight.
Good evening.
We have the best part of waking up is Thoticus in your cup.
Yeah. All the dogs barking.
We also have Darmeeth with us today, who is going to be played by our resident Firefox. Hopefully, she doesn't crash.
Greetings and salutations. Please, F in the chat for my internet.
And of course, Arcane, the most beautiful Razzle, my wife, who is going to be playing the Cat Master.
Woo!
And we will be having Jose Kage joining us, who is playing, of course, Sid the Sloth. I mean, the Sid the words.
Tiefling?
Tiefling. I knew those words somewhere. She'll be joining us a little bit later. She may or may not miss out. She's
right.
she's just catching up on some.
I'm alive.
Oh my God! There she is. Speak of the devil.
She has returned from the great yonder.
You
Speak
said
of the
devil?
tiefling.
So we are all gathered here tonight, and who boy, it's going to be good. So, who wants to give us a recap?
No one.
Oh god.
I can take a stab at it if no one steps up. If I recall, the top of the session started with Darmeeth seemingly passing out. Thoticus was doing some entertaining. Master still doing some investigation. Mort relayed he tracked down a noblewoman, found out her stance, being that she really can't be trusted, and passed along his suspicions to Lady Lothlead.
Mm-hmm.
And for the life of me, I can't remember what Sid was doing. Message carrying, I believe.
That's right.
Yeah, and if you guys recall, she was also trying to gather you guys up for what's to come. So, we are actually going to start with. Whoa, a cat jumping on my back.
I just wanted some milk.
So, we are actually going to start with Darmeeth, who last week Darmeeth missed out, unfortunately, and she had fallen suddenly not ill, but into a trance. And we turn now to that moment. Darmeeth, you find yourself suddenly rocking back, your head feeling light. Your eyes roll in the back of your head, and the next thing you know, you seem to be floating in an endless void. The stars surround you, and you see a pool of light in the distance. It is not a warm light, but a cold, unfeeling light. And suddenly, as you stare further into its depth, you feel something call you closer. And in an instant, it is as if you have been transported from one spot to the next. You see a plethora of things. A vision so large that it's hard to contain. It seems to be a towering creature. And as you stay in that spot, rooted for that moment, you look at this thing as it crawls across the lands. It consumes all. It destroys all. It has a single eye in its towering visage, and it turns it towards you. And the smile, the mouth, the drooling maw that is bisecting the creature, the countless teeth that move about within, seem to speak, and it whispers, "Chaos reigns." And in another instant, you are flashed forward, again in dripping darkness. You are not sure where you are now, but you hear something moving in the darkness. You feel it crawling and creeping, and you can sense it drawing closer to you. You can hear what sounds like breathing. There is no voice, but there are noises. There are crunching noises. And you hear screaming. And as you look and turn around at where this noise is coming from, you see a hunched creature. It is on all fours, if you can call it fours, and there are tendrils rising and writhing about it, and is crunching on something. It looks to be, well, what used to be perhaps a child or a halfling. And as it crunches again, the corpse still screaming, it seemingly looks up at you, and it sniffs once, and its eyes catch hold of you, and it bares its teeth, growling. And a voice, not from the thing, says, "It has your scent, and it will come. Not today, not tomorrow, not even this year, but it will come, and it will feast on you and all of your insignificant friends. Do not deign to get in my way, child, girl, human. I am beyond you. I am beyond years. I am eternal." And like that, you wake up. Now surrounded by a few guardsmen and Lady Gloriana, shaking you gently. They have a cold compress to your head. And at this point, Mort has actually just reached you, having no idea what's happening. And yet
Sorry.
even
She
as
has
you-
to. Sorry.
Yet even as you awake, you can hear whispering coming from somewhere from the back of your head. "This is the first moment. Sick light. Tread carefully.
So Darmeeth actually has to hold a hand up as if to hold off the brilliance of the light around her compared to the darkness she had been consumed in. And it takes her a little bit to come around as to where her surroundings are, so she's very confused. Where?
Lady Gloriana helps lift you up. We are here in the archives of the Senate. Fell ill for a minute there. Well, it felt like 30 minutes. Are you all right?
Her hands feel clammy. I will be fine. It is not a matter for now. She shakes her head lightly as if to try to clear it.
Go ahead and roll a fortitude.
Oh boy. Fort save. Where is it? Here it is. Let's see me fail this. Oh, wow. Okay, then.
So you don't lose your lunch. You're actually doing pretty good. Despite what you saw, you're still a little disoriented, but you're starting to get your bearings. Even though it's a little slow, you're getting there, especially with Lady Gloriana's help.
Right. She actually has a hand. When she kind of shook her head, she felt her head spin for a moment, so she actually put a hand lightly on Lady Gloriana's arm as if to steady herself.
Roll a quick perception check.
Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Please
Oh,
tell me that it wasn't
yeah.
where I think it was. Oh.
No, you just failed to notice a slight blush come across her cheeks.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
As she steadies you. Do you know what happened? Do you need to eat? Do you need to sit down? Do we need to get some fresh air?
Some fresh air might not be a bad idea, and I fear I may not have actually had anything to eat or drink for a few hours.
Well, I know the dinner will be coming. There are plenty of hors d'oeuvres.
I think I will settle for water.
She motions over to one of the servants who looks at both of you. He's got that Taldorian look, unblinking eyes, drooling maw, and he's just holding a tray of water and different drinks.
It's a very wet tray.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna do a real quick perception because I want to see if I can tell if anything's off about the water itself. Let's see if I don't fail this, please. Oh, I did a little better.
No, you did great. There's nothing wrong with the water. It's just normal water. It's cleaner than most peasant water. Like it's cleaner than most tap water and street water right now
Mhm.
because it's in the Senate.
Right.
And the
She
Senate
doesn't acknowledge the servant because she doesn't want to draw attention to anything in particular.
It's
But-
bottles of smart water, and the break on the
Oh my God.
seal has not been broken on the cap.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
There you go. There you go. So she's going to very.
It's Evian.
You actually do notice that it's slightly chilled. Like the glass itself is chilled.
So she's going to very carefully and slowly drink some water. And you said Mort was there?
Yeah, Mort had just come in while you were out.
Mm-hmm. Do I see him nearby? Like, is he close enough to talk to?
Yeah, you see him walking up as you're steadying yourself.
Mm-hmm. Just, uh, uh, God. It's like, uh, yes, I do apologize for any stir I may have caused.
You have no need to apologize. We should apologize to you. For all we know, someone. She kind of. She noticed her hand go to the grip of her handle. Someone might be trying to poison us.
Mm.
I, I don't think that's the case.
I would be more concerned for the princess.
She looks at you. Right now, my concern is my guest. If anything happens to you, it's on my head.
So Darmeeth actually finds herself a little bit lost of words. Just like, well, I mean, I can't exactly refute that. I'm gonna try
So,
for a diplomacy roll real quick to see if I can smooth things over regarding her condition.
okay.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow.
So Darmeeth takes a small breath in through her nose, composing herself, and just she very gently takes one of Gloriana's hands in her own, in both hands, as she looks at her. Again, she's got actually, is her veil in place currently? Because she did fall.
So far, your veil was lifted only to ensure that you were breathing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's in place. So even behind the veil, she can probably tell that her gaze is directly at her eyes, and just, I cannot thank you enough for the care you have shown for me. And I would like to reassure you that I am well on my way to recovering. I could not ask for you to abandon your other duty. And I would like to help you in whatever way I can.
She kind of she smiles at you, not too coyly or anything, but she smiles and she nods, seeming to accept your words. And we will pick up with Mort in just a minute. In the meantime, Sid, you find yourself in the middle of the Senate, trying to make your way to the archives to complete your mission.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oops. Go. Here we go. Ha! I see nothing.
You do not see anything. But nothing seems to happen. You actually manage to avoid bumping into everyone. Although you do notice that one of the servers has just accidentally dropped a tray of hors d'oeuvres and is slowly picking it up, but rather than putting them back on the tray, he seems to be eating them off the floor.
I kind of, like, as I'm walking towards the archives, I turn and look at him and say, "Is everything all right?"
He looks at you. He's got hors d'oeuvres in his mouth. Oh, oh, oh.
She's gonna
Seems
roll.
okay.
Well, she doesn't see anything wrong
Well,
with this.
he's just stuffing his face. As far as you know, he's just really hungry They probably beat him, and you know what? He's probably starving, and this is the only way this poor, inhuman bastard can eat.
She kind of tears up a little bit and goes, I see you're living your best life. Carry on, sir. And she walks into the archives and like she puts the notes where
You're
they
so
are supposed to go.
brave.
Solidarity between snack eaters.
Yeah, exactly.
That would make a great shirt.
Snacker solidarity.
Yes.
Snackers unite.
I see you living your best life. Carry on, my wayward son.
She cries not out of pity, but out of jealousy.
Oh no. She has her own snacks like lined in her outfit. So like where you would
But
normally
no
put
snacks.
But Sid would never be brave enough with Mort around to just eat off the floor and give into her animalistic instincts.
Nah. She's slightly better than that, I would think.
Yeah, she has a rule book. It's called the Necronomicon.
Oh yeah. So
We're on a roll today. Sorry.
No, you're good. She goes and she puts the notes away in the archives. And should I roll perception again to see if I notice Darmeath there?
Actually, because there's such a crowd, you're able to see. You spot Mort because he's the only chromatic person there. He's just completely just black and white, and everyone else just stands out with their dazzling colors. And you're
Excuse
just
you,
like,
I am all shades of grey, thank you very much.
oh, I'm sorry, 50 Shades of Grey over there.
Fuck you. We'll be
Bow
having
chicka
words
wow.
tonight, bitch.
You walked into that one.
Yeah, we will be having words tonight in bed.
Oh, okay.
The words what you say. So as you just see a wall of books, you just kind of randomly just toss the file inside, just unceremoniously. As you notice this large crowd of people, and go ahead and roll one more perception check.
Okay, let's see.
Boy, I
That is
wonder
completely
what them are looking at. I bet it's probably a cockfight again.
Well, she walks over to Mort after she does this, and she's gonna say, "All right, so I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to go protect the princess. I feel like this is really important right now, and you know, if earlier doesn't convince you that she does need protecting, then you know." Can you talk back to me or anything? Or is
Yeah.
that like-
So what is Mort going to say to that? I just imagine Crow just staring off in the distance, just Mort just like staring off, like zoning out, kind of maybe dissociating just a little bit.
like staring over to Darby and just like Sid waves a hand in front of his face.
Oh, God.
Like, snaps her finger.
Oh god, what if we had to role play, but like taking auditory processing disorder into consideration, and every time we had to communicate, we had to roll perception to see if we actually heard and processed what the other person was saying.
Gosh.
It'd be
Gosh.
it'd be like living best real life.
Also, since we're still waiting for Crow, can I just make the snappy joke? You know, if Mort's 50 Shades of Grey, is Thotix for affinity?
Well, I guess
I mean,
unless someone makes fan art, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. God, it might someday exist.
how
You
much
can
do we have to
make it
pay for it
exist.
not to exist?
There are not enough schmeckles in the world. One day when this gets big, someone's gonna do it just to spite this particular episode.
What do you mean about when this gets big and someone? I'm right here.
Oh, I think it's probably.
Oh yeah, I think he's having. I
We
think
could
he's having-
probably get Murphy in.
Oh Lord.
What?
It's the hot
Man,
new
poor Crow.
meme: rats with their dicks out.
No. I think his internet might be down.
Oh God.
Yeah, 'cause they
Darneith
decided-
wakes up just for Mort to like also pass out.
It's gonna come back to Mort's just like, I'm sorry, I only listen to important things. Were you talking?
Yeah, apparently people in his house turned off the internet.
Ah,
For stupid
jeez.
reasons.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to this interaction in just a minute then. But Jose, as you are looking on, you see Lord Sentimus actually wheels up next to you, kind of looking at you. I say, do you know what is the going ons here?
Unfortunately, my good sir, I seem to be quite the oblivious one today. But my goal is simply to go see how the princess fares tonight.
That would be very important. That's a very good goal, yes. And my dog is beating on something. I'm dumb. Oh, I gave you a look and now you want pets. Oh, such a good girl. Who's a good girl? So as I give love to my pet, what we'll do is we'll wait for Crow to get back. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and go to Thoticus. So, Thoughty.
Not Thoticus is still. Last time we left off, Thoticus was doing like card trick, dazzling the nobles with his simple street rat
I don't buy
things.
that.
You've seen my performance rolls.
Yes, and now you will have to make another one.
I know. If I, God forbid a turn pass and I do not roll for performance.
You back?
Oh,
So you know that
no.
the juggling trick that people do?
You mean juggling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know juggling.
Contact juggling?
This contact juggling looks more like, yeah, so you're sitting there telling a joke, and you're throwing these things up in the air. You get distracted by something, and it immediately lands, the ball immediately lands on the head of one of the halflings that's also performing nearby.
Oh my gosh, is it that same halfling that we keep tripping over?
No, it's a completely different halfling, but like he's in the middle of his own juggling act with knives.
Oh no.
So hang on, I need to get my advanced roller out here to see how bad this might be.
Oh god.
So you manage to actually throw one of the balls, and it lands into, well, it doesn't land. It hits one of the knives right out of the air and plunges itself into a nearby pillar. And the halfling missteps for just a second and manages to slice open his hand as the rest of the knives pile to the ground. And he shouts, "Fuck!" in front of a group of children.
Oh.
Who are looking at him and just clasping their hands to their mouth, saying,
Oh.
"You said a no word."
Oh no.
This is not good.
And the
Should I roll
Uh-huh.
diplomacy or charisma?
Do you want to try and smooth this over or pretend like it didn't happen?
I'm gonna go and. That's a good character building question. The Taldor is gonna run over and try and like smooth this over. So charisma or diplomacy? Also,
he's
what's
gonna
the
try to smooth it
mathematical?
over, so that would be diplomacy.
Also,
He
what's
said
the
a no word.
Also, what's just for my reference? What's the like difference between rolling an ability and rolling a skill? Because I know certain skills are based off abilities. So, like, how does all that math work?
Basically, when it's a trained skill, which diplomacy is for you as a bard, you get an extra +3 because you're trained in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. D&D uses a lot of the checks where it's just straight strength, dex, and all that. Pathfinder, there's a little bit more math than that. So that's the main difference, really. Like a charisma check would be like if you're trying to give someone goo eyes and try to give them the hint that you want to bang or something.
It's your
now not. Yay! There's Crow.
Yeah, it's your ability plus your like if you're trained in it, plus you get that +3 plus whatever points you put into the actual skill.
Oh, okay.
So in the meantime, Thoticus, what is Thoticus saying to try to smooth this over?
Thoticus, seeing as he rolled a 12, I think he starts babbling a little bit. I'm so sorry. Here, let me. Oh my gosh, let me help you. Like he does the funny bit where he pulls out like the scarves that don't end, but he wraps it around the halfling's hand to try and stop the bleeding.
The halfling actually looks at you, and picking up that you are also a bard, he actually immediately joins you in on it and starts ripping over the knives and making a big show of it and everything, and kind of running around. Oh, my hand! Unhand me, rodent! Like, he's obviously playing it up for laughs, and the kids are eating it up, and everyone. And everyone's just like, oh, okay, it's all part of the act. But like underneath, he whispers, "What the hell are you doing, kid?"
I ask myself the same thing every morning. I still don't have an answer, but it is a good question.
He kind of just looks at you, and then continues with the dramatic display.
Should I roll performance again now that our performance has changed?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Oh god. Oh, nice.
This time, with the confidence that there's someone who is good at what he does next to you, you feel more confident in yourself, and you're actually able to pull off, some really great street tricks, and you actually manage to get a little bit of gold from some of the people. Let me go ahead and roll another D100. You get 40 gold from the people who are onlooking, who are just showering you and going, "Look at that young person. He's doing so good. Too bad he looks like a rat, but he looks so cute in those clothes."
I am a very hairy child.
Meanwhile, the halfling, decides to excuse himself because He goes to pick up the knives and juggle again when one lands in his foot.
Oh,
And
oh no.
It just manages to miss like any vital spots. Like it lands right in between his toes. And he's just like, I know when I've been beat. This guy's better than me. He just, kind of just nods, bows. Everyone's like, hey, the rat's so cool. Like the kids are eating up Thoticus's street magic right now.
Is my turn over? Or what? I just dropped my mic. I'm sorry. Is my turn over, or can I go and follow the halfling?
It's up to you. You can go ahead, and what would you like to do?
Thoticus, this has been the best performance of his life. He's never had a crowd like this before. He's never had both in size and, class. So, he finishes up, one last trick. Pulls himself out of a hat. He bows, saying, you've been a wonderful crowd. Some crowds, they lose their energy, but not you. You just kept building it up, and now I have to leave.
One of the kids actually runs up to Mr. Wet Person, sir. Can I have your autograph?
Oh, no! Sure, kid.
I was gonna make the joke. Too bad he doesn't know how to write.
He's a rat person. He can't write, but he can improvise. You got some ink? He'll just stick his hand in that.
He's holding out what looks like a like one of those drawing what are they called? What are those kids mats that they have at restaurants?
That they definitely had in a 1920s fantasy palace.
These are rich folk. They can afford these kind of things for their kids.
They can afford dumb garbage.
Yeah, that's literally the whole point. The aristocrat. Bring that old gem back.
Does he have a writing utensil?
He's got what looks like a he's got what looks like a pen that he seems to have borrowed from an adult. And I say borrowed, but he may have nicked it.
Oh, should I just for funnies? Linguistics or intelligence?
That would be linguistics.
Where is linguistics? I just thought a minute ago.
Spell his own name.
We'll have to find out. Apparently, I can't, as we learned earlier today. I forgot the third T. Where is linguistics? Why do I keep losing skills? I'm sorry.
Okay, you actually do know how to spell your own name and everything.
Oh, good.
It doesn't look nice and fancy, but it's a signature.
It's a very obscene signature.
Oh my god.
Just like a middle finger. No, that's a rat tail.
No, I meant I was thinking more. I think that poor child has learned a word that his parents will just be thrilled to hear over and over.
Mommy, what's a slut?
Oh my god!
No. Mommy, what's a cunt?
Just like each time, it's just like a horrified parent face.
Oh,
I like how not only have I forgotten how to spell my character's name, but we've all apparently forgotten what his full name is.
Oh, that's right. Thoticus bitch legs.
What's a bitch legs?
it's just like, Mom, what's a cunt? It's your daddy's secretary.
No.
Oh.
Thanks,
All right.
Mr. Bitch legs.
Oh my god.
Honey, don't call him that to his face.
Wait, what he wrote on the
Thoticus
paper?
going, nah, my name is Thoticus. Bitchlegs was Mr. Bitchlegs was my father.
You think Trash Morton ever went by Mr. Bitchlegs in his life?
The kid doesn't know that.
I mean, that's fair. That's your way of trash talking Trash Morton.
He does it to himself.
So
okay, so what direction does?
He's
Where am I
actually
going?
gonna head upstairs. Are you gonna try to follow him stealthily, or are you just gonna make it like obvious that you're following him?
Obvious. I mean, Donicus doesn't have anything to hide. This guy is cool. They're just two cool bard bros hanging out.
So he picks up that you're following him. Listen, kid, if you want in on the trope, you're gonna have to go somewhere else with this right now.
What? No, I wanted to thank you.
Oh, what, for saving your act and sacrificing mine? Yeah, you're welcome, kid.
The hand doesn't look swollen. That's gotta be a good sign.
I think you're right. It's doing pretty good. Haven't taken a dive like that in a while. Tell you what, kid. Yeah, you need a little bit more work on your performance, but the kids seem to love a big, hairy, fuzzy person. Go figure. You're like a giant teddy bear to them. They don't know any better. That's good. I'm surprised your moms and dads didn't try to stop them from trying to hug on you, though. Maybe it's a good sign. Maybe they just don't like the kids.
Trust me, I know when parents don't like their kids. It's just hey, the times they're changing. Maybe there is a brighter day out there for us little guys,
He looks at you, kind of smiles, and says, I like the way you think. Us little guys really do need to stick together. Listen, I gotta go talk to my boss about, he looks down at his hand, this. But, maybe I'll catch you around.
Yeah, wait, hold on. But before the halfling can go, Thoticus does give him 20 gold pieces. So it's only fair, Like, since Thoticus made 40 and they work together.
He takes 10 and puts the remaining in your hand. Now, you earned that today. You did that. You made those kids smile, and that's something special. Don't lose that, kid.
Oh. This is just happening because you saw what I posted out of character in the Discord.
No, because it's just that, he's a bard, he gets it, and he knows that it's hard for a halfling at times. It must be even harder for someone like a Nufkin.
Yeah.
And
alright, so
yeah.
So
as you stare down at your gold, we turn now to the master.
Woohoo!
So Steve and I were heading to the boss lady?
Yes. She is planning to have a meeting with you guys in just a few minutes, actually.
Oops.
Steve, you should see if you could sneak up on
What? What?
Prove your skill. Sneak upon her.
Okay, master. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for him.
Oh god.
I knew that wouldn't go well.
Nope.
She looks directly at him as he's like crouched over in that really dramatic I'm in stealth kind of thing you see in movies that doesn't work. And she looks at him. So, what are you doing? Sneaky. Go gather the others and stop this. He straightens up. I don't take orders from you, but your cat does right now, doesn't she?
Meow.
I can't refute that. Just gather the others. We have much to discuss.
Ugh.
Yes.
Hmm.
Master, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay, let's see. Should I do it for Steve too?
No, just for you. As you are sitting on his shoulder, just kind of laughing to yourself at how stupid Steve is, you notice what happens with Thoticus, and you notice what happens with the halfling. And as you watch this unfold, as they walk away, you see another halfling take his place. And this one is dressed like a sad clown, doing sad clown things and getting lots of laughs. But you notice something interesting about his robes. Go ahead and roll one more perception.
Ooh. His robes, you say?
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's definitely a certain pattern that you recognize.
But I have to roll Yogg-Saw 3 to know.
Yes. You notice there's a pattern. Go ahead and roll Yogg-Saw 3 to figure it out.
Oh.
Oh yeah. No, it's you know right off the bat, because of the way it curves and everything, that it is definitely it is a subtle nod to the yellow sign. Butterball.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no.
The yellow sign of Butterball.
So, Steve, you know how the yellow sign has plays that if you watch, people go crazy?
Yes, but no one's ever actually.
That little halfling, I think, might be trying to start a scene from that.
And Butterball.
It has
succeeded.
begun. First the DM, then the world.
I want you to go over and let's keep an eye on him. And if he starts doing anything,
We have a meeting. We have a thing to do, Master.
yes, but it would be a very bad thing if the yellow sign affected these people, because then we couldn't affect these people.
I mean, has anyone ever seen the yellow sign? I mean, does anyone know what it looks like anymore? I mean, for all we know, it's just.
Are you doubting your master?
But I don't wanna. Fine.
Yeah, you tell him.
Fine, but we should find the others and do this first.
I'll tell you what, Steve. Put me down, and I'll take care of this. I'll take care of him. You go and gather the others.
He kind of gently places you on the ground, kind of frightened now. Master. Oh, this might be a bad idea. And we turn back to Mort, who has been busy disassociating. I imagine you're either hearing hearing music in your head, or just like pretending hard that you are anywhere else right now.
Sid waves her hand in front of Mort's face and like snaps her fingers at him.
I swear I was hearing someone yell at a cat named Butterball.
Mort, did you hear a word I said?
Yes, I was listening.
Oh? What did I say then?
You said, I don't know what's going on, but I think it's very important that we protect the princess. If what happened earlier wasn't an indication that someone was after her, then I'm not sure what is.
Wow. You truly are the best detective.
No, I listen to what you say because you're my friend.
Alright, so what do you want to do? And what even is going on over here?
Well, I think it's best that I stay with Dami and you go protect the princess. You're definitely capable. And I've known Darby long enough to know how to deal with her in these states.
Alright, very well.
Just be careful. That's all I ask.
I'll do my best. She kind of... Oh, I can't do anything. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say she takes out a snack and eats it out of nervousness.
She technically still can.
Ah, okay, she does it.
So, Mort, what are you going to do right now?
I would like to check on Dami.
You see her kind of swaying. She looks a little faint, but as she's drinking water and as the waiter kind of sits there drooling, she seems to be catching her bearings.
You breathing?
She looks up at Mort and just... Yes, I seem to be recovering.
Swear to God, I can't take you anywhere.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Lady Gloriana, this is my associate.
She kind of, she's gonna roll something really quick. She rolled a 3, so she looks at you and kind of seems a little disappointed.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, just like, Okay, first of all, that hurt. That hurt so bad. I'm sorry, my lady. My name is Mort Philibert, and I'm Darmeeth's friend and neighbor.
I was gonna say roll bluff.
Oh, so you're admitting that you're my neighbor now?
Well, until the insurance claim goes through, I still have that hole in my foot.
She actually looks at you. You're Mort Philibert. Yes, I've heard about you and your agency. You came highly recommended by Sebastian and quite a number of people. I'm glad to see that you have actually been on the case. And I'm even happier to know that someone of your reputation is looking out for Darmeeth. That's wonderful. She holds her hand out to you. I am Lady Gloriana Moriella, and it's nice to meet you.
He shakes her hand softly and says, You're too kind, but Darmeeth is more than capable of looking after herself. She's quite talented.
I don't wish to disagree with you, because you are right. She appears to be so, but her fainting spell put my mind at disease.
Do you want to explain it, Dami, or should I?
So how many people are around still? Are the guards still around?
The guards are still around. One of them asks, "Excuse me, lady, you alright? Do you need, like, I don't know, like, candy or something?" The blood.
Some 1920s aspirin.
You need some
No.
cocaine.
Yeah, cocaine.
Needs laudanum.
I should be fine. Thank you for your concern. I'm sure you have more important matters to take care of than someone who's already recovering.
They look at you. Well, I mean, if you get sick and die, then that might mean something. And if we don't catch it, then someone else could die. And then it's our heads, isn't it?
I suppose you have a point. She kind of collects herself and looks at Lady Lorian and just, I'm, again, very sorry for worrying you. I can't exactly control when that happens. When... I can't exactly predict when I'll be most attuned with... when I'll have a vision.
They look at you. A vision? Like, you mean like sugar plum fairies and all that?
Not quite.
One guy kind of nudges the other one. No. She's simply saying that she's psychopathic. Oh, yeah, I've heard of psychopaths before. Yeah, that makes sense. You go around stabbing people then?
No.
And shooting people in the foot through the floor.
Darmeath actually gives a slight glare at Mort, just like... and then she just kind of shakes her head slightly. It's just like, no, I'm an oracle.
One guy looks at the other. One guy looks at the other one, and says, "Oracle. Oh. I have no idea what that is." Lady Morella just looks at them. It's fine. You can leave now. I think you guys are needing more oxygen somewhere else. What is oxygen? No. She's just pronouncing it in a funny way. She's saying oxygen. She means oxygen. You know what I mean? Oh, drinks. Yeah.
God.
And they just walk off, just excited that they get to hit the bar.
Jeez.
I haven't the heart to tell them that's not what I meant, but c'est la vie.
I swear to God, there are trees out there that have to stay alive to give them oxygen. Jesus Christ.
You say that like trees don't like being alive.
Millennial trees don't like being alive.
I mean, you're not wrong. But Darmeath...
And hey, this was the 20s, so there would be millennial trees.
I mean, you know what? Yeah.
Now I'm picturing teenage Groot.
I am Groot. Oh my god, I love that.
Don't
So
use
just
that
like-
tone of language.
Acorns on you, pal.
Right? Anyway. So Darmeath turns to Lady Lorna and just, thank you. And again, I wish I could explain, but I fear we don't have the time.
I understand. And Mort? What are you doing through all of this?
She's kind of like rubbing the bridge of his nose, just like trees and oxygen, Jesus Christ. As long as Darmeath says that she's okay, I think I best do some monitoring as well. I don't feel like this is the end of what's gone down so far at this party. I think there's more to come, and possibly soon.
Darmeath nods, just, please, that is unfortunately the impression I'm getting as well. I should be fine with Lady
Of course.
Gloriana.
He just like, is she standing up or sitting down?
She's standing at this point. She's kind of still kind of steadying herself a little bit on Lady Gloriana's arm.
Okay, so he just like leans in close to her and just whispers, "How bad was it?"
She's gonna roll a
Perception.
I was gonna say, you're whispering to Darmeath, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check on that.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Nice.
You know, Lady Gloriana doesn't hear you guys.
Darmeath's kind of breath catches a little bit as she just whispers out, "I'm terrified."
Lady Gloriana, if you'll excuse me, I best be off, but please do look after Darmeath for me. He bows softly and walks away.
And that is Mort's turn. We return now to Stephen, who is currently being asked by the master to collect the other crew members.
Correct.
So go ahead and roll a perception check for him.
Okay, let's see. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh! Blinded by the light, revved up like a deuce and been a runner in the night.
So he is too. It's too crowded for him to see where Thoticus went. He just lost him, and he's not sure where he went. And he didn't actually remember what direction everybody went. So as he's kind of wandering about, you know that gif of John Travolta looking around with his coat, like, what the fuck is going on? That's kind of how he looks right now. When a familiar face comes up to him, "Oi, you look like a magic user. You got any, like, seltzer water or nothing?" I'm sorry, what do you think I am? Some kind of magic shop? Well, kinda, yeah. Aren't most magic users? I'm going to guess that you're not too bright. That's what my mum said. There's a lot to unpack there, as someone said to me earlier tonight. But we're just going to throw the whole suitcase out. I like that. Can I keep it? No, that's his. Don't tell him I borrowed it.
I feel like, Steve, we're past that point. That's fun.
So, listen, I would love to chat and everything, but I have friends to go find. Oh, I understand. You know, you're busy. Everyone seems really busy.
Aw.
I get it. You're out of water, aren't you? No, I've got water in my glass right here. That's... You're out of your element, aren't you? Well, yeah, I'm used to the farmland.
Aww.
Screw it. Come with me. What's your name, kid? My name's Calibo. I'm from Breezy Creek. Oh, Breezy Creek. I used to have a cousin that lived there. He died of fever of some kind. It was awful. Oh, yeah. I had a granddad who died of fever. Oh, that sounds awful. You want to talk about it in more detail away from here? Sure, why not? So they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna make a sleight of hand check for him.
Sleight of hand?
Yes,
Okay.
because he's having to navigate through the crowd.
Eh,
Wait, no, that would be escape artist.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, wasn't it
escape
escape
artist. You're
artist?
right. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry.
Good. E-
A little better.
He just so happens to bump into a certain surly halfling who looks up at him.
Oh my god.
More tallies.
More fucking tallies making me spill my goddamned beer again. How many times do I have to refill this damn thing because of you? I'm sorry. Do I know you? No, but you're about to. I don't think that's a good idea. I have some place to be, please. I really should go. I think you should go fuck off. Yes, quite. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll diplomacy for him.
Oh no. Oh, he's not a people person.
He's
Sorry.
barely a person.
You're not wrong.
He's obviously really not sorry and he's in a rush. Or, you know what? You and I, Tolly, are gonna fight. You spilled my beer. I'm not drinking. I'm sober. There's something wrong here, so I demand satisfaction. Listen, as much as you may want satisfaction, I'm really not into short people now.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, you were trying to show me your package earlier. Let's get our stories straight if we're gonna be telling stories tonight.
One to talk about straight, I swear. Listen, I don't need to start a fight with anyone who is half my size and twice as unsober, right? I just need to find my friends. I've got very important things ahead of me. Oh, not to mention that he's my friend now, and you should, little guy. And who the fuck are you now? I'm Callum.
Oh wait, this was the same half. I totally did not pick up on that.
Yeah, I forgot what accent I gave him.
He keeps it changes because of his drinking.
And all I can
is
think of
Thonicus, please tell me Thonicus is also shit-faced by now.
Oh boy.
If they're
I
together.
mentioned that he's been drinking.
No,
Oh,
this
that's
is
true.
this is the halfling that people keep bumping into, not the
Okay, I wait. No, that's my question. Were those the same halflings? Because I
No,
thought
it's
Sam
a
opened
it's
the
a
door
different.
with the sword.
This one is
Okay.
dressed in
I'm-
like fine clothing. He's got like a nice suit
Okay.
and everything that's actually
Okay.
stained and.
Halfling 1 and Halfling 2. All right, got it.
My name's soon to be Lord Calibo, just so you know, little sir. Little sir, who the fuck you think you are? You know what my name is? Is it Lord Shortshit?
Oh. It's so
I'm gonna make a roll for him here. Oh shit, they match.
oh.
So they're kind of in this staring contest. The name's Byron. Byron. Oh fuck, I had it here. Byron Blatherin. Wait, Blatherin? As in, you're kidding, right? I'm sorry, it's Blather. You can't say it when you're not sober. You're saying that you can't pronounce your own name when you're drunk. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Right, Calibo, new friend, pal, buddy. Why don't you deal with the halfling on my behalf? You seem like you're the tough, rough kind of guy. I don't think I can stab him openly. No, that's not. If you must though.
Oh God, this is such a shit show. I love it.
I have to go to the bathroom. So you take care of the halfling. How about you say that? Right. Okay. How? Hey, halfling. Byron. Byron. How would you like to see the moon? Are you planning on kicking me, boy? I'm not planning on it, but I'll do it if you rile me up enough. I'll do it.
Oh my God.
I'd like to see you try.
He gonna die?
So you know that comedic thing where you miss completely and you like do a spin? That's what.
Did he do
Caliber-
a Charlie Brown?
Yep. He's on his ground. He's on his ass.
Oh my
Look at you.
God.
I'm the drunk one, and you're on your ass.
Oh my God.
Oh. I have other things to do right now. I can't stab this halfling, but I swear to Christ, I will.
There's like, he's just like mentally making a list of people here he'd like to stab.
Right. But the top of the list being that one general.
So he's going to go ahead and in the next turn, he's going to make it to the archive. Meanwhile, Darmeeth, you are still with Lady Gloriana, and you
Yep.
see Sid there as well.
Well, wait. Oh, yeah, Sid hadn't left yet. That's right. That's right.
Well, technically, since like the conversation with Mort happened, like before that, she would have actually started walking away.
Right, so she's leaving.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay,
you see,
gotcha.
you're noticing as she's leaving then.
Okay, she should be over here. Sorry.
Lady Gloriana looks at you. So, what would you like to do? That is, do you need to go anywhere? Or...
So Darmeeth kind of pauses and just... I don't believe I need to be anywhere in particular at the moment, but I'm not sure.
Roll a knowledge history.
Ooh, okay. Give me one moment. Knowledge don't fail me now. Ah, God. Why must you fail me?
You remember you were supposed to do something, but it seems really far off and you can't quite put your finger on what it was that you were supposed to do.
Yeah, she's still she's still kind of flashbacking a little bit to the vision. So things are really muddled right now. Forgive me. Again, this isn't exactly the kind of environment I'm used to. I suppose you must think poorly of me at this point.
What would make you believe that I would think poorly of you?
Oh.
Well,
I think that would say more about me than it would about you.
So Darmeeth is going to look at her surprised and just... No. Why? No, you've been nothing but kind and genuine from the moment I met you.
Well, a certain kind of person does that. Not every day that I can be myself, especially not amongst the lords and ladies of the Senate. I'm not exactly looked on with pride, you know? As it is, a woman as outgoing as I am and who's outspoken and, well, blatantly against a certain status quo we have, I'm not exactly loved by the Senate, nor the people I represent.
I think that that's saddening, really.
It can be, but there are good moments too. There can't always be darkness in this world. There can't always be us sitting in darkness waiting for someone to save us. Sometimes we have to be the ones to save ourselves. Kind of looks down, kind of away from you. I'm sorry, I don't mean to, we've just met. And I don't know what it is about you, Darmeath, but there's something special about you. I know it. But I fear that there's something dark within you too. While you were out, I heard you whispering and saying troubling things. Something about what's to happen tonight.
Well, what? She actually, like, she's not shocked. She actually kind of leans a little closer, just earnestly, just, please, would you be comfortable telling me what you heard?
Roll a
I am not
perception.
always aware. Right. Woohoo!
Nice.
You see her as you lean in closer, she kind of moves back a little, clearly flustered.
Right.
Oh.
Yes, I'm comfortable telling you what happened. You were. She's obviously she's blushing. If there were steam, there's almost practically cartoon steam coming out from her ears.
Huh. So Darmeath notices this, and she kind of kicks herself a little bit as she moves back just a bit. It's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I'm not always aware of what's happening around me, or if I myself am saying anything sometimes.
It's not your fault. I have a certain difficult time with being able to talk to people, especially people who I find. She kind of stumbles around her words. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that you were talking in your, I wouldn't say sleep, but you were mumbling, and I overheard the words slaughter and gala. I don't know. For all I mean, for all I know, it could just mean, preparing the meal for tonight, the lambs and the very.
Darmeath's, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Darmeath's face, she could feel her face falling as she heard those two words, and just the voice saying this is the beginning of the last moments, just. If you'll allow me. She's going to straighten, and she's going to pull out her tarot deck.
Okay.
She's going to perform a reading.
Okay, no problem. Hun, do you have your tarot deck?
Yes, I do.
Let me know when you're ready.
Make sure to start looking up when I call him.
When you start what?
Look up the card.
Okay.
5 of Wands.
Oh wow. Okay, hold on. Let me start writing this down. So this is 5 of Wands?
5 of Wands.
5 of Wands, okay.
Do I need to draw another one, or did you want me to tell you the meaning?
Go ahead and say the meaning so I can record that.
Okay, it's coming up.
Okay.
Five of Wands. Upright, conflict, disagreement, competition, tension, diversity. Reverse,
Oof.
inner conflict, conflict avoidance, tension, release.
It is upright.
So there's tension and conflict, obviously.
Give me just a moment. I'm going to get some water. Go ahead and draw the next one and read it out.
Knight of Swords.
Knight of Swords. Okay, hang on.
It'll
Go
give us
ahead,
time
one-
for Sam to come back.
Mm-hmm. I did not expect to roll so well. Apparently, she's still very much in tune with everything right now.
That adrenaline rush, man.
I'm telling you, like, she's still got those whispers in her head, and then she said slaughter and gallage. It's like, oh no, oh no.
Okay, so he's back. So, Knight of Swords, upright, ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking. Reversed, restless, unfocused, impulsive, burnout.
You roll.
Yeah, I did.
Actually upright.
Okay.
Which
And
paired
the
with
third
other
card?
cards can be good or bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because based off that last one, I'd say that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
And what's the next one?
The next card is the Moon.
The moon.
Upright, illusion, fear, anxiety, subconsciousness, intuition. Reversed, release of fears, repressed emotion, inner confusion.
Okay, it was release of fears. What?
Release of fear, repressed emotion, inner confusion.
Okay.
But it is upright.
Okay. Oh boy. These are not good portents.
Do a quick perception check on your tarot deck.
On what? My tarot deck?
Yes.
Okay, one moment.
And remind me what the last card was, hun?
The moon, illusion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Illusion, fear, anxiety, subconscious.
No, that's fine, hun. Thank you. The moon seems to have drawn on it a face that you know has not been there before. You blink, and it's gone.
Do I recognize the face?
Do a knowledge history. Butterball, do a knowledge history check. Come on.
I'll
Don't
grab
do that.
them.
Okay, so knowledge history. Give me one moment. Sorry, I was taking notes, trying to be good. Oh my god, why?
Oh.
Okay, so no, I don't recognize it.
No, you do not. You don't recognize the face, but it does send a shiver down your spine.
Oof. So Darmeeth does kind of shiver, you know, what is it called? Involuntarily. As she just kind of shakes her head and looks at Lady Gloriana. I fear these are ill portents. I believe that it's best for us to be out where we can hopefully make a difference.
I agree. Come then.
So she packs up her tarot cards, and before they leave, she takes Lady Gloriana's hands. Just, I want you to know that I am incredibly, incredibly thankful that I was able to meet you, and I hope that after this we can hopefully see each other again. I must admit that there's something about you that I find could draw me a bit as well. Even if we are of different stations.
She squeezes your hands. You know, I already face a lot of diversity. I don't care what kind of station I'm in. Whatever this is, at this moment, right now, I'd fight everyone in the Senate for.
So her heart kind of squeezes a little bit. She doesn't, again, quite understand why, but she does kind of feel her hand increase the hold on Gloriana's a little bit.
And she's gonna lead you out of the archive. And you can see that she's actually got a rather large smile on her face. It is a comforting smile, but also a smile of fierce pride and resolution.
Darmeath is definitely feeling comfort and just kind of not quite safety, but just a steadying presence from Gloriana. Basically, she's a bit of an anchor right now, as filled with the vision and the emotions it's wrought and the reading. So she's doing her best to steady herself so she can try and do her best to fight against whatever may be happening.
Okay. So, so far we've been running for a good while. Do you guys want to go ahead and take a quick bio break?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to take a brief intermission here, and we will return. We know we're having some problems with the stream too, with the stability, so we're going to see what we can do with that. In the meantime, we'll be right back after these messages. rat who doesn't wear spats. Suddenly you're wearing spats again. Welcome back from our bio break. We're glad you could join us for the continuation. To speed things up, it is Darmeeth has now ended her turn, and it is now Sid's turn.
Okay, so Sid actually wants to go and look for the princess.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. Please see. Are you kidding me?
You can't see from where you are where she is. You know she's somewhere in probably around A3 because that's where that's where she gave her speech, but you're not really sure beyond that.
Okay. Sid's going to walk over to A3 then.
Okay.
That music.
Do I roll another or?
You're just hearing this music right now.
Sid kind of like refrains from like bouncing along to it and instead like kind of like taps her like hand against her other hand through her sleeves because she knows like it would be unladylike socially to like actually start like jamming out to it.
Okay, so do you want to try and now that you've moved, do you want to see if you have a better chance of seeing her?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Are you kidding me?
The band that's playing is too loud and too big. They're in your way. It's a group of elves in Lederhosen.
All right, you know what?
Oh my gosh.
She like walks up and starts like
and a dwarf
singing along. Oh wow. What is wrong with me?
She's out of time. Might be out of tune.
Sounds like this.
People will think she's drunk.
Leave the
I know, and then she adds a little bit of like screamo in there because she's freaking like singing along and dang, what's her language again?
It's like big brass or like classical music, and she's doing like a polka and like the chicken dance.
No, because she's screamoing along with it because infernal like la 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 la. Like you just
the
hear all this
band
like growling.
just looks at you and just keeps playing like Debbie is crazy.
Do I need to roll intimidation for the infernal screeching?
No, everyone's just looking at you like you're a giant weirdo. But unfortunately, you're not able to catch sight of Princess Eutropia.
I'm refreshing because I feel like this is bad luck.
But you do see Steve, who's looking at you and kind of pointedly like signaling to you, come here.
Please tell me I don't have to roll a perception check or sense motive. Okay, I walk over to Steve. Hey, what's up, man?
Lady Martella Northlead wants us to meet. I'm on my way to go ahead and grab your boss. If you find Thoticus, just tell him that we're supposed to be meeting in her office soon.
Okay, will do. But the problem is I was kind of warned about something kind of grave. I'm supposed to be in charge of protecting the princess. I think something really bad is going to happen very soon. And honestly...
That is always going to be happening very soon. They're usually called bowel movements.
God damn it.
Sid kind of glares at Steven and says, look, we don't get along. I understand that. But people's lives could be at stake here.
and I don't appreciate you making light of this.
Oh!
Go ahead. Go ahead and roll a will check for him.
Okay, so we'll.
Nope.
Oh wait, never mind. That was Steven.
You
I
know
can't
what?
read.
I think you're right. We may have gone off on the wrong foot here. You're right. These people's lives are important and whatnot. It's been a very stressful day for me. It's been a stressful week for me. This is not exactly something I do on the regular, you know. The crowds, the people, the constant judgment. The ratkin who keeps looking behind his back as if I'm going to stab him or something. It's just been kind of a week for me, so I'll get my shit together and try to get things right. In the meantime, you take those long legs of yours and go find our short friend.
Sid kind of like softens because she gets it. She really understands about the anxiety and everything, and she walks over and gives Stephen a hug.
Oh.
And then she
I don't
hands
touch
him.
him.
She hands him a finger cookie. Finger
Just a random finger she found, Jesus.
To be fair, out of character, the way that she deals with her own anxiety is through food and eating. And so like she offers people food in order to soothe their own anxiety.
Do you want to roll fortitude after touching Steve?
Yeah.
That seems very ill-advised. He might be sticky. He might be carrying diseases. He might be wet.
No. Wait. Thoticus touched Steve?
No.
No.
He's
No,
just
I-
being
I
mean to
licked
Steve.
I didn't.
No, I'm being mean to Steve. This is,
Yeah.
oh God, it's you. I've become inseparable from Thoticus in your mind.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll another will save for Steve.
Oh no. Oh no!
Oh
So-
no!
Oh
When
God.
you go to hug him,
Oh no!
when you go to hug him, there's almost a change in him. He kind of just breaks down and starts crying.
Oh.
Sid kind of like rubs circles on his back and goes, "It's gonna be okay, all right? It's gonna." Hold on, she's hold on. Give me a second here. Hopefully, she just freaking failed this.
He actually tells you to leave and pushes himself away from you, and you see him run off towards where Mort and them are.
Oh no.
Man.
Hold on, I have to actually roll something for this. I think that would be. Hold on, I think that would be will save. Okay, she tears up a little bit, but she like sniffles, wipes her eyes, and carries on.
Calibo, who sees this and has now a black eye and a busted lip, looks and says, What did I miss?" You see him, he's actually holding the halfling over his shoulder.
Oh, my man.
Oh no. He's a solid bro.
Sid has no idea what's going on, but she looks over at Talibo and looks at the halfling and she recognizes the halfling that she tripped over had gotten beaten up. And she goes, "Ah, I see you have found your trophy of the night. Good hunting, sir."
You like it? I think I might wear it as a fur.
Well, to each their own. I mean, I've seen worse things in hell. Yes, you do you, good sir.
He kind of whistles to himself, kind of carrying the halfling, and he disappears for a bit.
What an interesting man.
Meanwhile, back with Thoticus, who has just gotten done talking with a halfling. As you're making your way back down, you hear your badge crackle, and you hear Lady Martella's voice call out.
What?
I need you in my office along with your friends as soon as possible.
Got it. You hold on. I don't know if that's high enough or not. Do I remember her? Yes or no?
Yes, you do.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I'm my way.
And you remember actually where her office is as well.
Great, where is it?
It's actually upstairs. So, it's back the way you came.
Hold on, I think. Roll 20 on my side's acting up.
It's okay. We're having technical issues all over, I think.
All right. So where am I moving to?
So basically, I'm just gonna move you over here.
Okay.
That's gonna kind of have to be our upstairs for now. And you see her kind of waiting in her office. We will wait for the others, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so she offers you a couple of snacks and stuff. While you guys wait, we return now back to the master.
So I'm watching the sad clown of the yellow sign.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay, because I already know that he's yellow sign, dude. Perception.
So you can see him clearly. He's doing a couple of magic tricks. He's doing a comedy routine. So far, he's not doing anything out of the ordinary for a clown. He's not even speaking. He appears to be mute as he's going around to the children. He's slipping on banana peels, doing the normal clown things. But you also notice that the kids aren't laughing or as involved as when Thoticus was. But you see a couple of the adults seem to be intent on the clown, paying close attention to him. They're not laughing, but they're looking serious.
You said this is a halfling, yeah?
Yes, I'm sorry. Did I say dwarf? My bad.
Well, I'm wondering, can Mage Hand pick up a halfling?
Not. I think it's based off of size and weight category.
Yeah, I think it's something no bigger than 10 pounds.
Yeah, so no, you wouldn't be able to.
Can I knock him over with Mage Hand?
You can punch him in the dick.
What
yes! I want to punch him in the dick!
Do it!
Best, you know what art needs to happen next.
Mage paw!
If it works, let's see what happens.
Bent over. Go. You know what? I mean, okay, not to be gross, but like technically speaking,
You're poking him.
Yep.
well, I mean, no, I mean it's yeah, technically, I mean they are less than 10 pounds. They're only
Oh my god! So they've been lifted.
so I'm gonna have you roll a d20 for me, hun.
Okay, D20. Let's see. 1D20.
Butterball,
D
stop
strength.
that.
Oh no.
Butterball, why is it that every time I tell you to stop? Butterball. Hang on. So, you know how when in comic books and stuff, someone throws a punch and Butterball.
Do you want me to throw him into the living room, hon?
No, because he's gonna whine there too.
He's gonna whine regardless.
Okay, now he's getting comfy. You should see him. He looks adorable. He's
He
got
always
his.
looks adorable.
That's true.
Baby.
But anyway, you know how in comic books or like in movies when someone throws a punch and there's that aftershock?
Mm-hmm.
Somehow out of nowhere, while he's pretending to while he's pretending to do a magic trick and whatnot, all of a sudden you hear him audibly groan out loud, and he's been mute this entire time. And he just doubles over, grabs his crotch, and goes,
Yes!
Oh no!
You've been mage pawed.
I want that on the shirt. You've been mage pod.
Everyone thinks that this is part of the show, and they're just laughing at this clown who is in extreme pain.
I now have a victim for the night.
Oh god, this poor cat.
And Master is feeling pleased.
Unbelievably so.
The clown at this point is just crying.
Oh, no.
Openly just make my suffering end.
Did I do to you?
And
His
you see
only
the other
sin was
half of-
wearing a yellow sign on his outfit.
And you see the other halflings come up to him and check on him because he's just still crying.
Oh no.
And everyone's still laughing, and they're like, "Are you okay, Bert? Bert, are you okay?"
Oh.
Because okay, if you want to look at it from a purely anatomical perspective, there are occasions where some kinks get into work, yeah? You know, like things happen that aren't supposed to and you get an unbelievable pain because of it. So, I mean, right now it's not obvious what happened.
Oh.
Take a perception check, hun.
Oh, this is great.
Nice.
You notice that as the kids are howling with laughter, and there are a few adults, you notice a few of the you see a few of the people who are looking very grave and grimly at the show, almost knowingly.
Are they human? Like, what's going on here?
There's a mixture of human. There's a few elves. There's 2 dwarves, and like everyone else seems to be ignoring them, but these guys seem to be intently watching the show, as if they're waiting for something.
Do they know?
Based off of what you know, it actually is sense motive.
Let me find it. There it is.
Well, that's not too bad.
They appear to be waiting for something. Based off of your Yogg-Sothory and your sense motive, it's almost as if they're waiting for the play to start because it might start anytime. It might not. And that might indicate that they have something to do.
I don't like that.
Yeah, they seem to be up to something and they're waiting for it. But the sign hasn't come yet. And we return now to Mort.
Mort is walking around.
I'm so glad that was a level 0 spell.
So, Mort, as you are coming out of the archive, roll a perception check.
Perspective check, gotcha.
You see a visibly crying, openly weeping Stephen approaching you.
No thanks.
I have a very important message. Please, just don't make this any more difficult than all of you already have.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, mate. You're crying, and you've got a message. And the last time someone crying gave me a message, they tried to get like 18 years out of alimony out of me.
No.
Oh.
Billie Jean, not my son.
Unfortunately, look, fun fact, humans don't really realize this, but when male drows are born, we get castrated pretty goddamn early.
So, as you guys, as he's talking to you, you see again, like he's openly weeping and everything. We need to go to Martella's office.
Do you need a cookie? Like, he pulls out the cookie that Sid gave him, just like, I think you need this more than I do.
He kind of just like sniffles and starts like, I already have one from her.
Please, I can't stand the crying. It makes me...
Neither can I, but I can't stop it.
Sid just, like, Mort just sighs and then just like lifts a hand up and pats him on the shoulder. There. It's gonna be okay. I hope.
I feel like if Mort could use if Mort could use Mage Hand, he'd be doing it right now to pap him.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, because he's not good with this, but it's just like, dude, all right, just take a couple of deep breaths. It's gonna be okay. Do we need to get anyone else?
We need to bring the whole team. Sid is aware. I believe Thoticus is aware. My master is aware. We just need to get you and Darmeath, and I will join you.
Okay, look, I'll meet you there. I'll grab Darmeath. She's literally right behind me. Just the less people that see you in such a state probably would be better for you, yes.
I think you're right. There's a kid who's there is a dwarf nearby who lifts his finger up and Steven goes, "Ha ha!"
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go now.
What?
I'm gonna go to Lady Martella's office. I think I need a stiff drink.
Mort just like turns around slowly and goes to find Darmeath and just like, I know I need a stiff drink.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and skip over Steve's turn and just say that he makes it to Lady Martella's office. Again, openly weep. He's kind of drying off his tears. He's not openly weeping anymore, but he seems very upset. And he doesn't say anything as he plops himself down and just hides his head in his hood. Meanwhile, Darmeeth, Mort is approaching.
Mort is. Where's everyone else's?
He's just got like a kind of half distraught look on his face and just like, it's days like this that I wish I drank.
Well, make sure you have your tea after this, but
Lady Lothlead would like to see us in her office. Everyone else is informed.
so Darmeeth kind of exchanges a look. She kind of looks between Gloriana and Mort and just.
Go.
I think it'd be, huh?
Go.
I apologize. Everything's breaking up for me. I can't hear.
She's telling you to go on.
Telling me to piss off.
I,
Get out of here, you stupid animal! Just
oh
go.
my god. Oh my
Leave.
god. Jesus. No, so she looks at Gloria and is just, I promise I'll return as quickly as I can, and I'll fill you in. I suspect we're going to have to. Our best option would be to work together as closely as possible.
I actually wouldn't mind that. She kind of puts her other hand on top of yours.
Mhm.
Go on. I'll be fine. And I know you will be. She turns visibly to Mort. Isn't that right, sir?
So Darmeeth actually has a very, very light blush on her face underneath the veil. It's hard to tell though.
Wait, sorry, cut out there. What happened?
So she just looks at you, kind of like saying, "Oh, I know she'll be all right. Isn't that right, sir?"
I don't know how to explain this to you, but she's not my problem. He just like takes her softly by the arm and walks off.
Huh?
Shit, accidents happen all the time. She could fall down the stairs. She can get shot in the foot.
So Darmeeth is just, this is turning into a very unexpected night.
Oh, God. Just when they're almost out of earshot, just like Lady Gloriana just hears Mort teasing, Dami's got a girlfriend, Dami's got a girlfriend, Dami's got a girlfriend.
No, now's not the time, Mort.
Yeah, but if I don't lighten up somehow, I'm gonna probably end up drinking something.
Save the breaking for what's coming up.
Right.
Lady Gloriana heard me in my vision, and I don't quite feel like. At any rate, we need to prevent what's going to happen.
We will. We'll do this.
So it takes you guys some time, but you'll eventually all end up in her office. And we will continue this next time. And that's primarily due to the technical issues that we have right now. That way we can go ahead and try to get the stream stable and everything. And so here's what we can do, and this is up to you guys. We can either stop for the night, or we can stop and restart the stream and see if we can continue on. It's just up to you.
I think stopping here would be a good spot.
Yeah, it's a good spot, I think, and I don't want to risk it just because it could be a multifold issue and we may not be able to address everything.
Okay, not a problem. Just so you guys know, this is probably gonna be from here on, things will speed up. You guys will have fewer rounds in between to do all the things that you have to do. Um, and we will have to go from there. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for the stream. I apologize for any of the technical difficulties that you may have suffered. But we hope to see you next week as we continue on the mystery that is the shadow over Taldor.